This segment of DelmarvaLife is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration.
Property damage is a universal threat, whether you own a home or a business. Water, mold, fire damage, it can all take incalculable tolls on your building. It's the kind of crisis that can leave you scratching your head. How much are repairs going to cost you? Where do you start? Who do you call?
They're all questions that rush through your head when you realize you're in an emergency situation and need to get back on your feet ASAP. So joining us with the solution is David Ziegler. He is in commercial sales with Paul Davis Restoration and Remodeling. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
So why do you think it's important to have a restoration company within reach?
Things happen, and not always good things. We have a great community and great people, and it's always those mishaps that you're not ready for that can kind of blindside you, whether it be residential or whether you own a business. It's the things that sometimes we don't think about, you know, a broken pipe, something of that nature. And, you know, obviously the fact of having a good restoration company near you and one that supports you and one that is very professional, response time, resources, and respect. Understanding that these are some of the worst times that businesses and homeowners can go through. So to have that type of professionalism at your reach and at your disposal is quite an asset.
That's a good thing. Oh, so you mentioned broken pipes, flood damage. What other kinds of things?
Oh, I've seen just about everything in my experience.
Name some.
Well, okay, my church, for instance.
Okay.
Last year, at one of the Christmas services, they had the Advent wreath candle lit, and they left the service, and unfortunately nobody blew out the candle. And we were displaced from the church, from our sanctuary, for 300 days because there's levels of damage that can occur with a fire. You've got the smoke, you've got the soot, you've got the fire damage, and then when the fire company shows up, what do? They spray all the water on it, so then you've got water damage on top of that. I've been in hotels where someone would be bringing in a luggage cart and they've got something tall on the cart and it clips a sprinkler head. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sprinkler heads going off, and before you know it, within 5-10 minutes, thousands and thousands of gallons of water can come into a property, residential or business. And then you're talking about, if you're a hotel or a restaurant, downtime. And that means it's tough to pay the bills with downtime. So again, the response time. Paul Davis has a program, it's fantastic. It's the first priority program. I actually go out to businesses before and tell them, look, we are going to be there for you. We have great resources. We have great people. We have a staff more than 60 people. We've been doing this for 14 years. We have all the accreditations from all of the top IICRC, all of them. We have accredited and trained people, and we're going to be there in 2 hours or less to your business should one of these emergencies happen. And it's just invaluable, and they tell me, I rest easier at night, knowing that you're only 2 hours away should something happen, and I've actually physically witnessed, and Paul Davis has been fantastic. The response time, the resources, the people, all that we're talking about here is people. We've got great people in the community that need protecting, and we're the great people with Paul Davis that will protect them.
Wow. So obviously you uphold some pretty high standards.
Yes, we have to. We have to. You know, great deal of competition out there, obviously, but also, you know, we have governing agencies that watch what we do, and we have to be up to standard. That's why all of our people are trained. You know, and it's not just the fire and water. You know, we can talk about biological issues. There are different challenges that faced all of the restoration companies during COVID. At that time, they thought it was on surfaces. There was a lot of cleaning efforts that went in after people had contracted the disease and people were worried. Now, we've learned a lot since then, but, you know, basically when the community needs it, we hear the rally call and we answer the call, and we mobilize the troops and we come to their support. And really, that true vocation is what I get up for every morning, helping people.
And it shows.
We're here to help, and we want to help.
Yeah.
Well, David Ziegler with Paul Davis Restoration, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you for
interesting
having
to learn
me.
all of that, and interesting to know.
It is.